Hi Gemini, thanks so much for being here. In this reading, we're going to explore how your person feels about you, how they see you, what actions will they take towards this connection in this time frame, and what are your blockages. And then on this side of the connection, this side of the table, we're going to see where they're at in this connection. Roles can be reversed, and this is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Gemini. Now, before I get cards for your person, I hope that you could like this video. It'll be the best way to help my channel grow so I can reach more people and help them grow. During the week, I just hit 6,000 subscribers, and I'm really excited to be connected with so many people. So I'd really appreciate that, that support from you. Okay. So we got the Ace of Cups, the Strength card, and the Page of Pentacles all in reverse. So a little bit of a confidence issue. I don't say issue, but concern on their side. I'm feeling that they feel left out in this connection. Like maybe you've put some hard boundaries here. I'm feeling it's because they still have so much healing left to do, and you probably already knew that, and you kind of just had to let them go for a while, let them fly on their own. I'm feeling that that's what has happened in the past. Ace of Cups in the reverse, it is, to me as a reader sometimes, oh my gosh, is about unconditional love for self, and I'm feeling that they were trying to practice that. One second, excuse me. Is there another card that came down? Here it is. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Ace of Cups in the reverse to me sometimes as a reader is unconditional love for self, and I feel like they were trying to practice that, but it got to the point where like it was just so difficult for them. That's like inner healing that they've been trying to work on. You have a lot of love for this person, and I'm feeling that they know it, and you've told them, and you've been telling them, kind of saying like, you know what, honey, I am still here for you. You just need to work on yourself. You still have a lot of healing left to do, and you're allowing them that space to grow and heal. And you're manifesting abundance on your free time. You're like, well, they're not here, so I'm just going to channel a lot of that desire into my own creative pursuits at the moment. But yeah, their confidence level is a little bit down, like a little downer energy at the moment. Very overwhelmed about this connection. On your side, you are standing very, very grounded and in your power. You have a lot of love here. You're very, very peaceful, angelic energy. You're not going to give to this connection. You're very like going through things with a fine-tooth comb. Like you'll sense any manipulation or breadcrumbing or ghosting. You'll sense it before it even happens. And you're just like, if you're not going to come correct, then I can't, I'm sorry, but I love you. Two Cups, I love you. But there is a good chance, and this is, be kind to yourself, because it is a good chance that you will let this person back into your life. Because again, you have a lot of love for this person, and you know that they need to heal. And I feel like you want to give to the connection, you want to give to them, because I'm feeling here with the Five of Pentacles, they feel abandoned, rejected. You're kind of triggering their abandonment wounds, and you don't want to do that. But I'm feeling that there's two lessons there for this person on this side. It's a lesson for both people, that you cannot help other people with their healing. They need to heal that aspect of themselves, and you want to continue to give to the connection because you're triggering them, and it makes you feel guilty. As the feminine energy, you're just like, well, maybe how about this one time? How if I just tell them that I love them and they're still here for you? Like, yeah, no, it's not going to work out, because they're just like, okay, well, they love me again and they're back in my life, and I'm going to ghost them because I haven't done my healing yet. That's a cycle, and I'm feeling that's that. A lot of the feminine energies in this time frame right now, they're really, really healing that aspect of themselves. It's like, it's such a beautiful energy to be able to read all these zodiac signs and do a lot of my personal readings, which I offer down below in the description box below. In my personal readings, where I see a lot of the divine feminines kind of really standing in they're very empowered at this moment. Like, I really want this connection, and I really want my inner peace, and I really want to ascend. And if the last phase is to get rid of this connection, surrender it completely, so I could ascend to newer heights and be my true authentic self, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I'm feeling like that is what's happening on your side, but and I totally get it. I am a feminine energy where you're just like, but I don't want to trigger them. They're responsible for their own healing and their own triggers and their own traumas, same as you. it is your responsibility for your own healing. Their healing is not your healing. And so I'm feeling those rejection, those abandonment issues, you were going to trigger them eventually. You were going to trigger them if you like in a different cycle. It's going to happen. So you got to stay, like, you putting those strong boundaries is part of your becoming your authentic self. So those are 3 lessons. Being your authentic self by putting those boundaries up. 2, their healing is not your priority, is not your responsibility. And 3, you really need to detach and surrender the connection. And that is something that's really difficult for feminine energies to do. That is like the part of mastery. Like when a feminine energy learns to surrender completely with no, like, I surrender completely, but really not meaning it, like really, really doing it, that is mastery. That is like the final testament. But yeah, I think that's the reading right there. What time is it? 65 minutes. Oh, I looked at the clock and I think it said 5:55 when I looked at the clock. Okay, so let's clarify some of this. Like the Strength card in reverse. Why is there Strength card here in the reverse? The 5 of Swords. That's a kind of they don't know how to come forward. Okay. So I'm feeling like their past, the way that they've been acting in the past, there's so many cards here, 1 second. Like the Strength card in the reverse, that is not having confidence, but it's also humility. They feel like they need to be humble, stay humble. I got the humility card from this oracle deck a bunch of times in my zodiac readings last week, and I'm like, wow, everyone needs to learn how to be humble. But I'm feeling the Strength card in the reverse, that is humility. Like they're kind of they don't have the confidence at the moment, and it's because they're not in that ego trip. They're not ego tripping, and when they're not ego tripping, then they don't have the confidence. They're confusing their ego tripping with confidence, but really it's just a facade, a mask. They need to really drop that. They have to drop that, and like you stop giving to the connection is helping them. Like, you don't know this, but you want to give love to this connection because you want to help them. But reality, if you remove yourself, and it's not game playing, if you remove yourself, you're allowing them to heal. The 5 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the 8 of Cups, they know intuitively that they need to leave energies that no longer serve them. They need to heal. With the 5 of Swords, they don't want to sabotage themselves anymore. They don't want to have shallow victories anymore. Like, they don't want to trick you, manipulate you, breadcrumb you. They want to show up with integrity. But I don't think that they know how to do that just yet, and that's something that needs to heal. 5 of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles in the way that they are feeling. I got the 5 of Wands just looking at me at the top of this deck, just sitting there. We got the 5 of Wands again here. The 5 of Wands showed up in the Aries and the Taurus reading, and this is now Gemini, and it's really, there's a combative energies here. Oh, I'm hearing like they thought the grass was greener on the other side here with the Queen of Wands energy. Queen of Wands to me in a soulmate reading, many times it is the karmic situation. It could be a job, it could be a career, it could be chasing money, it could be chasing physical affection. I'm hearing some people thought that love was physical intimacy and sexuality, and then they thought that this connection was the same thing, where like, oh, I'm attracted to this person physically, but so it must be it, like I thought that was love before, and now I feel this is the same thing, but really it's actually love. And now they're thinking like, oh well, how about if I'm mistaking intimacy for love again? And it's just like right when it was actually real, then they're second guessing in it because it's too good to be true, because they actually feel the love. They actually really feel the love, and now it's too good to be true, and then they can't trust it. But before, it was just physical attraction, no love. So there wasn't like that emotional and passion overwhelm. That's over here. 7 of Cups is overwhelm. They only had the passion, but there was no love, so it was easier to kind of like oh, this feels good. But in here there's both, and that's giving them emotional overwhelm, but they think it's exactly the same as before, and they're like, I don't want this, I don't trust it. They're not trusting themselves. It's not because you didn't do anything, it's that they don't trust themselves. The 5 of Wands, Death card, and the Queen of Wands, I think the grass is greener on the other side. They feel like they're losing it all. They made the wrong choice here. They went for something that was easier, a karmic situation. Karmic situation doesn't have that soul connection, that doesn't have that energetic bond. So they're just like, well, that sounds easier to do. And they realize, oh, it doesn't make me happy. So there was too many cooks in the kitchen and they're just like, oh, F, I messed up. Now I feel like they're just like kind of sleeping in the bed that they made, or sleeping. They made their bed so they could sleep in it. Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords. This is very straightforward in the way that you're feeling. You're feeling like, I'm not going to give to this connection if it's not correct. You have the sensor on. You know exactly when they're going to breadcrumb you. You know exactly if they're going to ghost you. You know if it's going to happen, and you're not going to do it. You're not going to do anything about it. Magician card here. Let's see what that's about in the way that you're thinking. You know that this is going to work. You know this connection will work if everyone is complete with their healing. And that's what you want to manifest. You manifest like everyone's going to be healed, everyone's going to be happy, whether we are individuals together or not. The Sun and the Ace of Wands. Who got the Sun and the Ace of Wands last? I forget who that was. Yeah, you know that the Ace of Wands in reverse is a blockage. The blockage to enlightenment, to happiness. Sun is the happiest card in the deck. The Ace of Wands, that blockage is that healing, that need to heal. That passion, that need for passion, the sexual, mistaking sexuality and love is something that's the Ace of Wands here. That passion is the blockage, and you can't give to that connection even though you want to, even though you want that physical, that intimacy, because intimacy to you is love. Intimacy to them is just like confusion, or intimacy with the passion and the love is like confusing them. Page of Pentacles in the reverse in the way that they're acting, or they will. The Page of Pentacles in the upright. It's funny because I was thinking like, this doesn't make sense, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It doesn't make sense to me, but it is free will at the moment. Like the way that you respond, Gemini, is going to change the trajectory of this connection, and whether or not you're going to continue the same cycle or open a new, better cycle. These are very small. Oh my gosh. Oof. Any of these? Knight of Wands. Any of these? This card, Six of Wands. Okay, so there's that ego trip that's there. So they're going to come at you at very different angles, very different, and it might confuse you. I'm feeling that it is potentially a tactic. Like if I give them with love, I tell them I'm loyal, and they'll just like kind of like hide in all of these like feel good energies within you, and you might open up. I'm feeling that Casanova energy that's happened. I'm like, oh, this worked in the past. It worked in the past with other people. I'm not saying this person is a bad person. They just grew or learned the wrong way when it comes to these situations. I'm not a professional, but that's what it is. I'm not a professional therapist, but like that is the thing. They're just like, well, it worked on other people. It probably came from how they grew up or their own past experiences. It could be a guard. It could be them protecting themselves from trauma. It could be all those different things. I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's not saying that they're a bad person. It's just that they need to heal that, and that's why you guys were brought together in the soul connection. So they're not like, this isn't for mental, physical, or emotional abusive connections. It's for spiritual connections that you're supposed to learn these lessons from. I'm being guided to say, for some reason, whoever's listening, that the difference between a karmic connection and a soulmate connection. A karmic connection brings out the worst in you, the soul, the shadow side. And then a soul connection, the spiritual love, brings out the good parts of you. It's difficult, it's draining, it feels like the world is ending sometimes, but in actuality, it really, like, I'm feeling that's the case that they're getting emotionally overwhelmed by. That it feels like they're passionate and attraction, but there's this thing about what's this actual love, and then the fact that you're bringing out the goodness of them. So they're just kind of overwhelmed, but they're just like, I don't trust this because it's too good to be true. For some reason then that came out, and I just had to say that. But the Page of Pentacles and Page of Cups, it is a little bit free will, kind of not like, kind of second guessing. It's still like up in the air if they're going to not come correct, but like they're going to give little pieces of, little nibbles of love, loyalty. I want to do this the right way. I have a lot of passion, desire for you. But again, there's a lot of ego there with the Six of Wands. Like, I want what I want. That's that this two together is that Casanova energy. It's gonna come at you at different angles, and you might reciprocate. You're like, oh well, this feels good. I'm gonna clarify this card, because to me as a reader, it's not. And I know intuitively it is real. They do feel those feelings for you, but they will ghost. They will breadcrumb. They are not done healing. I'm being guided to say that, like, these are small messages, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, etc. If you think that of masculine energy, when they're not done with their healing, is going to come forward with all this love and emotion, you got that wrong. You know, like that was unrealistic for you to think that they were going to come at that way. Let's see the Two of Cups here. Sorry, someone's at the door. Fast forward this portion. Sorry, I hope you fast forwarded through that portion, or I will edit it out. I'm not quite sure. But Two of Cups, that is you giving unconditional love. There's a really good chance, Gemini, it's free will. Okay. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Nine of Cups in the reverse. That's not having confidence within yourself. You do have love for this connection, but it is something that you need to heal, to continue to give to a connection that's not ready. That is part of your mastery, you becoming your ultimate divine feminine. But I totally get it. I totally get it if they show up with all this love and passion, like, well, I want to help out, I want to give to the connection. Yeah, you're just like, I believe you. I effing believe you, because they're not a bad person. But I'm feeling that you're either going to learn the lesson this time, or you're going to cycle through and realize, oh, that's what it feels like. That they mean it, they want it, but they don't really mean it because they don't know how to do it right. But the Knight of Cups thing, the King of Cups, has a lot of emotion. This is lots of cups on your actions. All these cups together is emotional imbalancement, being too emotional. Too emotional, Gemini. You really want this. Page of Swords, I'm feeling that. I'm getting a Page of Swords a lot for these readings. That is like kind of like internet stalking, kind of just communicating little by little. I'm feeling it's just like when you give a little bit, like when you text them back or you respond back, then they're going to like give you all of this like passion and glory and yada yada yada, and it's gonna feel good. But you would know intuitively if it's not time, that they're not ready. They're still healing. When the Five of Pentacles is like one of the ultimate cards of like, there's still stuff need to be healed there. Let's go this Seven of Cups, and their blockage is their emotional overwhelm. Your actions are emotionally overwhelmed and their blockage is emotional. You guys are both emotionally overwhelmed in different ways. Like a lot of the feminine energies that I'm reading for at the moment, like that's the last thing they need to do. They've done a lot of their own growth, they're being their more authentic self, yada, yada, yada. But that last thing, to detach for real, that is a very hard thing for feminine energy to do. And you know, the opposite for masculine energy is that it's really difficult for them to give to a connection. So if you think it's really difficult to detach, it's really difficult for that masculine energy to give. You guys are both learning those energies, or those lessons. Holy camoli. What's happening here? I apologize. Let me try that one more time. What the heck? We got the Seven of Cups and the Hermit. They want to heal. They want to have inner peace, but Eight of Swords. Yeah, their blockage is that they're going to have so much overwhelm that they're going to get like, I don't like, one of my least favorite card combinations is the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. Emotionally overwhelmed and too many thoughts. Overthinking, overfeeling. Overthinking, overfeeling, and then I'm feeling that they're instead of nurturing themselves and finding inner peace and reflecting, they're going to allow their overwhelm and their feelings to get ahead of themselves. So I'm going to get some clarifier or some oracle cards for guidance for this person. I'm also going to get guidance for you as well. But your blockage is a Tower. The Tower, which I'm reading as not such a good card at the moment, but let's take a look. Let's get some good advice for you here. 10 of Swords. Okay, you think like it's the end. If you don't give this connection, if you don't text back, they're never going to come back. And that is not true. They are going to keep on coming back to you. You're going to come back to you guys. You guys are keep on going to do it. You guys are energetically connected. Like, you guys are connected. And with the Tower and the 10 of Swords here, it's like you feel like it's going to end if you don't give to the connection, but really that's not true. It's like you want to constantly give and give and give and give, but yeah, that's whatchamacallit. When they have to kickstart their healing. You feel like there's something bad's going to happen if you don't give, but that's not the truth. That's something you have to heal. That's a codependency. That's a big codependency for you. On your side, Courage. There's that Strength card. So on your side, Gemini, your spirit guidance is Strength and Courage, or the Strength card, and this is what you had in the past, which is Courage. Oh, sorry. In the past, you were the Strength card. This is confidence, self-love, nurture for yourself, and they want you to continue doing that. Courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Take steps to surrender, detach. I'm not saying you have to ghost this person. I'm saying it's not for your highest good. And you know that with the Ace of Cups and 7 of Swords, you don't want to give to this connection anymore if it's going to be manipulative. If it's not completely healed. This person, they really need to focus on their self-love. That 5 of Pentacles of feeling rejected, abandonment issues from the past, and they let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I want to take care of myself like never before. Like, the love is within you. You have to love yourself in order for you to heal those abandonment issues. Yeah, you're being guided to do that at the moment. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope this helps and resonates. If it does, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Help my channel grow so I can reach more people and help them grow as well. Bye.